Hello, hello. How's everybody doing today? This is Jen with Jen's Den Art, and I teach women and men and whoever wants to learn how to paint using acrylics. And we are here today with another new technique Wednesday. And I am so excited to be here today and show you a couple of things that I am stretching my knowledge to learn about, and I would love for you to be a part of it. So that's why we're here today. I am an acrylic artist who's been painting for about 6 years now, and I love learning. I've been an educator all of my life, and it's just something that I like to do. So if you are here for the first time, please say hello and let us know that you are a newbie watching us. If you have been around for a while, also say hello and let us know that you have been on for a while and that you may be a tribe sister in our monthly membership, or you may not. You may be a mini tribe sister or a mini triber in our monthly membership as well. So say hi and I will say hi back. Hey, Monica and Pat and Luann and Kathy and Sandy and Star and Nona. How are y'all doing? We got some tribe sisters here. All right, well, I'm so glad. Hey, Vanessa, so glad to see you. Hey, Trish. So I am excited to show you this, and the reason why I have my iPad in here is because we're actually going to be using an app that I have just recently come across, and I want to show you how we're going to use this app. I just had my let me see if my pencil works. Okay, you do not have to have an iPad to be able to do this, okay? The only thing that you need to be able to do this is an app called, let me pull it up for you. It is called PICSART. Okay, it is a free app, PICSART. Let me see if I can put it in the announcements here. PICSART. Okay. All right, so there you go. First new technique Wednesday. Hey, Alyssa, we're so glad you're here. I think you just joined something because your name is familiar. You joined the month. I think you joined the tribe, if I'm not mistaken, right? First new technique Wednesday. Yay. So glad you're here. Hey, Debbie and Susie. Susie, you just joined something too because your name looks familiar. I'm going to try this. Ajimian. Maybe that's it. I'm not sure. Michelle. Hi. I'm just going to say Ajimian Michelle. I don't know if that's right or not. Hi. Thanks for coming on and being a part. Hey, Lydia. All right. So, hey, Miss Barbara, having a big rain. Oh, my goodness. Yes, I did join the tribe. Hey, Alyssa, welcome to the tribe. So what we're doing right now, this is to the public. You don't have to be a member of anything. This is free. I do this every Wednesday at 3 p.m. Central. And it is just something to broaden our horizon and learn new techniques through different avenues. So what I have that we're doing today is I'm going to take you through on my iPad because my phone is what we're actually viewing my iPad with. So you can put this, I don't think you can put it on a computer. It's an app, and I'm not sure, I guess I should know this, but I don't. I have it on my iPad and I have it on my iPhone. Now I'm sure that Samsung has the app as well. So again, it is called, okay, your first name is Michelle. That is so much easier. I can handle the Michelle part. So yeah, we are going to, what was I saying? PICSART, okay? If you do not have the PICSART app, then, you know, just take some time later and put it on your iPad or your iPhone. And I'm going to just show you how to do that. Y'all can see that I'm on. Those are my two boys, by the way. You can see their faces in the background. I'm going to show you what I did to get it. I went to my app store, and then in the section at the top, I should be using my pencil here so y'all can see better. In the section at the top, I typed in PICSART. And once I typed in PICSART, let me see if I can get this. Why does this always happen to me? When I go live, everything looks different. All of a sudden, I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, so here's the one that I downloaded. It's the P with the little icon right here. And it is free to download. Now, let me show you something. I'm going to update it just to see what it does. I'm not sure what it's going to do. When I download it, what it's going to do is it gave me, like, immediately there was a pop-up window for me to purchase. Do not purchase. Just hit the little X and X out of that window. Okay, let's see if it's going to do that to me again, because I just updated it. No, it did not. So anyway, if the screen comes up where it says you have to purchase this, that is for the pro version. If you want, I guess, some, you know, higher level things, but I don't want that. So once you download it, and we're not going to do this, you know, create your own speed, your own feed and all that kind of stuff. We are just going to go to the home screen, and I'm going to hit this little plus button. Okay, I'm going to hit this little plus button. And what that plus button does is it gives me, you may have to allow access, but it gives PICSART access to all of my photos on my phone or my iPad, wherever I am. So what I did was I downloaded a bunch of photos from like Unsplash, which are free photos that you have free rights to do whatever you want with them. And so that's like these photos up here. I downloaded a bunch of photos from Unsplash. And then I also have my own personal photos. So, but this is what I'm trying to catch up on comments, y'all. Hang on. Okay. Hey, Leslie. Hey, Cindy. So this is what I'm doing with this. We're going to take a photo. And normally what I do in my tribe and when I go live to the public, I just take the photo as is. And I use the photo, like, for example, we just finished painting this. Okay? We just finished painting this in our tribe. We used this photo as our reference photo, and here is the painting that we created. We did not alter any of the colors. We just went straight from a real life butterfly, and we learned how to paint it in our tribe on an acrylic 11x14 canvas. Okay, it took us maybe about an hour and a half or 2 hours to do that. And I did it in 2 sessions. Okay, but now what I want to do is I want to alter the colors of this photo. So I just pulled the photo up. I'm in PICSART. And watch what I can do with this. This is so fun. I love this so much. So I'm going to go to this FX. It's effects. EFFECTS. Y'all can see it right there at the bottom. I'll show you really close up. I'm going to go to this FX right here. It's a function is basically what that means. Okay, so what is the function I want to perform is what that's asking me. So now when I do that, it pulls up all of these different little icons on these squares at the bottom. Now you should be able to see this on your iPhone as well. Okay. Hey, Joy, how are you? So this is what I want to do. I want to take this photo, the same exact photo that I already painted with the same exact colors, and I want to change what this photo looks like. So I'm going to go to magic. You see how they have all of these little spots here at the bottom? Okay, let me see if I click on that, what it does. I don't know what that is. I'm not going to use the FX. Let me see what that is. No, that's not what I want. Okay, that just changes like the brightness. It's like different forms. See how it just changes each photo like that? That's not what I want because everything kind of looks still the same. So I want to go to the one that says magic. The one that says magic right here. Now this app is new to me. I have not been using it longer than like 3 days. So I'm teaching y'all something that is brand new to me. And I haven't even painted using it. But we're going to paint today. Okay. So when I go to magic, I have all of these little options down here. And watch what happens when I hit this first one that comes up. It's called Flora. Look what it does to the photo. It changes a lot of the colors. So I can take this as a reference photo now, and I can paint using this instead of the original colors. Maybe it's something that I want to do because I like those colors better. Or maybe I want to paint in that bold color scheme, which I've never done before. Normally, I paint in the exact original photograph, real life paintings. But there's a lot of people out there right now that paint in those bold colors that are not, hey Tracy, that are not normal colors to what you would really see in the real world. So let me show you some options that we have here. I'm going to hit pastel. Look what it does to my painting. Oh, look at those colors, how pretty. So you could paint this whole painting over again in a totally different color scheme. Let's try rainbow. I love that. Isn't that pretty? Look how it changed the original. I'm going to put this original painting that we did. Look how it changed all of the colors. So you can go back and you can, it almost looks like a coloring book style, you know? So how awesome is that? Hey, Carrie. Hey, Lynn. Hey, Cheryl. Here's another one. Color Bright. Okay, well, to me, that doesn't change. It's very similar to the original. So I don't really care for that one too much. Let me see the other one that I like a lot. This one. It's called Geode, Geode. So look what that one did. It changed the colors a lot. And not only did it change the colors, but you can see like a layering effect that's completely different to the type of layering effect that we did here. We're going to choose a photo in just a minute. We're going to paint it. So look at that one. That one's pretty. Maybe this one's pretty cool. Stay Gold. The whole painting just became like a monochromatic painting in golds. You can even do, let's see what POW does. Yeah, I don't like that one. This one is called Flare. That one has a totally different neon look to it. Yeah, Deanna, I love the geode one too. And I think that's the one we're going to. Look at this one. Isn't that pretty? Let's see what this one does. Dystopia. Completely different color scheme. And look, it even adds some drawing effects to it. Look at that. How cool. So you could repaint this painting. I'm not going to repaint this painting because it would take us like 3 hours to be able to do it. But you could repaint this painting using a totally different color scheme that would just bring a totally different feel to the painting. So I am in love with this because I think it would be super fun, because what it does is, I just keep on clicking on different ones. What it does is it adds a totally different style to your painting. So find one that you like. That one's pretty cool. Look at the background, what it did. That's really pretty. I love vibrant colors. So, hey, Miss Sandra. PICSART. Yes. What is the app again? I missed that. It is PICSART. PICSART. So I'm going to change the photo. I'm going to go back and I'm going to hit cancel, and I'm going to hit this little arrow here, and I'm going to change the photo. And I have a bunch of photos that I pulled up. Let's try. The last one I pulled up, I didn't try yet. This is a cute little turtle. Look at the original colors of this turtle. I have never painted this turtle. I pulled this turtle from Unsplash, okay? So make sure if you do this, you always make sure that you use photos that you have the rights to use, because there's a lot of photographs out there that are copywritten. You cannot use them for your own access, okay? So make sure you have the rights to use the photos. It'd probably be best if you use your own photos or someone you know that, personally gave you a photo. There's a couple of websites that I use to get photographs from. One of them is called Unsplash, and I'm going to put that one in the unsplash.com. Okay, that one, you have access to download photos from that. And there is a Facebook group. I'm just going to type in Facebook group, because you have to be in Facebook to find it, and I'll just let y'all find it. Go to Facebook. There's a Facebook group. Actually, there's 3 or 4 of them called Free Reference Photos for Artists. Hey, Kim. So those are 2 options for you to find some photographs that you can play around with and find a design that you want that would make your painting have a totally different vibe than the original photograph. Okay, so let's try this cute little turtle. He's super cute. Look at him. He's a little baby. And I'm going to go back to FX. I'm going to try Flora. Let's see what that one does. Okay, that one's pretty cute. So wouldn't that be awesome to paint that in those colors, like just those bright, vibrant colors? We actually might do this one today. Let's look at rainbow. I don't like rainbow. Let's look at pastel. Pastel's pretty cool. It adds a lot of purple to it, I find. Color bright. Ooh, I like that. Y'all know I love blues and greens. I really like this one. It's kind of dark though. But you see how dark it made the turtle? Let's decide on one, and then we're going to go with it, and we're going to try to paint it today. Let's go to this geode and see what it does. Oh, now that would take a really long time to paint, but isn't it beautiful? Look how it adds. Now, this is something that I wouldn't mind trying. You see how it adds all of those like tiny brush strokes to it? You would have those layered brush strokes. Y'all want to try this one? Thousands of pictures. Yes, Debbie. And there's 3 or 4 different free reference photos. Oh, you like Color Bright? Did I do Color Bright already? Let's try Flare. Oh, that one's cool too. Animation. Look how it adds all of the design features in it. We don't need this anymore. Whoa. I don't know. That one's a little bit too crazy. That one's not too bad. Don't like that one. Let's try that one. Yeah, that one's pretty cool too. Okay, so I'm going to go back. Let's narrow it down. We're either going to do geode or where's the other one? Color Bright. Which one y'all like better? Geode or Color Bright? There's a totally different color scheme in them. I really like the way that you can see the brush strokes in this one. Okay, Color Bright is pretty. Y'all like Color Bright? Okay, so let's go with Color Bright. All right, so let's paint him. Now, this is something else that you can do with this, this app. All the way at the top, there's the little arrow up here. You'll see it. Okay, so you can save the photo. All the way at the top, you can save the photo to your, I think it just saved it to my photos. Save image. Okay, then you can take the image out of PICSART, go back to your photos. Let's see if it's there. Yes, it is there. Look at the difference in the original, and you can see this. This is the original, and then this is all of the effects added to it. See that? I like that a lot. So you could put it in your photos, and then you could blow it up and put it in Canva and make it whatever size you want. But since I'm just playing around today, that's not the goal. The goal is to just show you this, this app, how you can change your original photo to have a totally different color scheme. And we're going to play around with this little cutie right here, and we're going to try to paint him today and see how he comes out. Let me grab some colors. I need some greens, some yellows, some reds, some oranges, some purples, and that should do it. And of course, black and white. So let me grab and I'm going to do this. I'm just on an 8x8. I didn't want to do anything really big because I knew it was going to take me like 20 minutes or so to show you the app first, and now we're going to have fun painting using this color scheme. Let me see if I can get yeah, this will work. So let me get some colors going here. Let's go with the greens and the blues and the purples first. So I'm focusing on my background. I see I have some pretty yellows too. Y'all know me. If you know anything about me, my favorite color is a turquoise color, kind of like a greenish blue. So you see, like, I end up using a lot of greenish blues in a lot of my paintings. And my birthstone is blue, so all in all, we're just all about blue stuff. So I hope you're like me and you like blue. All right. So I'm giving myself some options here, and I'm going to show you how I'm coming up with this. I also need yellow and a really bright, vibrant green. Okay, and let's get some yellow going. So I'm focusing on the background, and I'm looking at all of the different colors in that background. I see some greens. I see some purples. I see some blues. I see some yellows. And y'all, I wanted to tell you something else. This is totally off subject, but for those of y'all who follow me a lot, hey, Nona and Lynn and Phyllis and Connie and Bonnie and Fletcher. Y'all, Michael does not want to paint, and I know y'all keep asking him to paint. He is color deficient. He cannot see color. Like yesterday, we were driving, and there was a tree that I was really intrigued with. It had a lot of, the whole tree was like maroon leaves. But the new growth at the end were bright green, like fluorescent green leaves coming out on the ends of all of the branches. And I was like, look how cool that tree is. It's a red tree with a bunch of red leaves, and then the end of the leaves are green. And he was like, all I see is green. I don't see anything else but green. And then I'm not even sure if it's green. It might be gray. And it just hurt my heart it hurt my heart when I did that because I wasn't thinking. So I think, and I'm saying this now because he's not here and he doesn't watch my replays, I think that's why he doesn't want to paint. because he can't see color, and he just doesn't know what colors to paint with or anything. So anyway, I just wanted to let y'all know that. That's probably why he never wants to paint with us. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. I am going to grab a flat brush, and I'm going to grab kind of a small one because I want kind of some small strokes, but I'm going to grab another one just in case. Hey, Miss Lynn and Miss Nona, I see all of y'all are. Hey, Amy. All right, so I'm going to start with just these flat paint brushes. They're like really cheap paint brushes. They're not anything special. And we are going to paint this we're going to start with these colors and see what happens. So I'm going to start with the background. I'm going to start in the middle, and I'm going to use this a little bit larger brush here. And I'm going to focus on some purples and some blues. Let me turn on my other light real quick so y'all can see me a little bit better. I know y'all probably seeing something of my body that y'all don't want to see, but sorry about that. All right, so I'm going to start in the middle, and I'm going to keep my strokes very loose. See how the direction, kind of looks like they're all going this way? So let's do that. Pick up a little bit more purple. There it is. I'm looking for my little spray bottle. Don't spray it in your face, Ginger. I had it turned the opposite way. There we go. Let's get some of this turquoise in there. Kind of looks like these strokes start going this way. Up here, I've got the same. I'm going to grab a little bit more green. There we go. That's a pretty color. That color is this one, phthalo green. I catch myself using that a lot because to me it's not really green. It's kind of like a turquoise aqua color. And let's grab a little bit of yellow. Now I'm going fast, and I'm going fast just because I know that if I really went slow, this picture would take us 2 or 3 hours to do. So I'm just trying to give y'all a base of, just a little painting fun. I have never painted a turtle before, so this should be really interesting. A little bit of that green in there. I'm mixing a lot. I'm a very big mixer, if you haven't figured that out yet. Get a little bit darker color in here. So I mixed the purple and the blue together to give me a little bit of a darker color in there. And now I'm going to go with more purple. Let me clean my paintbrush off. Yeah, Sandra, you're so right. And so he's like, I'm just going to be your cheerleader. Please don't ask me to paint because I see you paint beautiful paintings, he tells me, but he's like, I really can't see the color definition of you know, of what it does. So I wish I had one of hers. My grandma painted black and white. She sold every one she ever did. No family members have one. Aw. So yeah. Oh, Deanna. We went, so we had to go when was it? Monday. We had to go to Missoula, Montana. We live in Helena, Montana, and we had to go to Missoula. And we've only been living here for 2 years, and believe it or not, we had never gone to Missoula before to go shopping. We always do all of our shopping in Helena. But my husband had a doctor's appointment there. So we drove to Missoula and we said, you know what, let's just go check out all of the stores in Missoula. So we realized that they have a lot more in Missoula than they have in Helena as far as shopping is concerned. They actually have a mall. So that was in the mall. Like they had a Dillard's and they had what other stores they had? We went in all kind of stores in the mall. They had some really, really good stores to go in, like a Macy's. Well, no, I'm not sure they had a Macy's. I don't remember. So anyway, that's where we were. We were in the Missoula Mall and we were walking around just walking in and out of stores and stuff. There was hardly anybody in the mall. It was a Monday afternoon. The mall was super clean and beautiful. And, we felt really safe there. And I say that because I lived in Louisiana for 49 years, and there was a couple of malls that were just dangerous. Like we did not feel comfortable going in there. And so we just kind of stopped going to malls because, I don't know, there's something about them that made me uncomfortable. So I say that because I had kind of ruled out going to malls ever again. But this one was super clean and it felt really safe. And so, yeah, we had a good time. And so we were walking, and that was just a little, like on the walls in the mall, that was just a little area that somebody, it was like some little artwork that was done. And I was like, oh, Michael, take my picture by the angel wings. So that's what we did. So it was a mall in Missoula, Montana, to answer your question. I know I talked way longer than I needed to about that. Go Grizz, Trish says. That's right, huh? We don't get out much. We usually just, like, Michael works 10-hour days, and I work from home. So, yeah, I'm almost embarrassed to say we had never been to Missoula yet. We're going to have to go back pretty soon because we need to buy Michael a suit for the wedding. My son is getting married in October, which is only 3 months away. And I was like, well, let's buy a suit today. He said, oh, no, because, we'll probably end up getting one from like Dillard's or something. He said, oh, no, I need to lose some weight first. We'll come back in like September and get my suit for the wedding. I was like, okay, you sound like me. I have a dress. I have my mother of the bride dress. And it's a pretty big wedding, too. We're going to be going to Louisiana for it. And but it needs to be altered. And I still haven't taken it to a seamstress to get it altered because I'm like, let me just lose some weight first before. So I need to take it soon, like probably, I'm sure by August, I need to take it in to get it altered. But I haven't done that yet. So, yes, Lisa, the appointment was very good. It was just basically a heart checkup because he has high blood pressure and he has AFib and he has, little heart issues sometimes. So, he had never gotten established with a new cardiologist yet since we moved to Montana. So it was kind of like a visit to establish a cardiologist and just have a quick checkup on everything, what was going on with him. And the cardiologist was happy with, all of the results that he looked at. So it was good. All right, y'all. See what I'm doing? I'm basically just copying what I see here on the left. I think I need a little bit more purple in this middle. So I'm going to come back. I'm going to try to make it more like them with like smaller strokes. I really like that. All right. Quick do of the background. Not too bad. Let's get some of that red on my canvas now, on my my paint palette. I need some reds. I'm going to put a little bit of magenta too. And I need a red. A red and an orange. I'm going to use this orange. It's not really an orange. I'm going to show y'all. Look at this. Okay, so let me talk to you about the 3 colors that I just put on my palette. So this is from Blick. It is a cadmium red medium hue. This one here is Naphthol Crimson. And this last one here is, I think it's just called Deep Magenta. Nope, Medium Magenta. And all of these are from Blick. I get most of my art supplies from Blick if I'm not going to Hobby Lobby. All right, I'm going to change to a little bit smaller brush. And I'm going to start using some of those reds up here. A little bit of the purple as well, and the pink. I'm just basically just kind of copying what I see up here. See that little area right there? And I need some white. Amen, Lisa. You are so right. Yeah, this would definitely, this is just a quick demonstration. This is not going to be a masterpiece, but I just wanted to spend some time just painting with y'all after showing y'all the cool app. So we're just going to do a quick demonstration here of a little 8x8 painting and see how. All right, I'm going to stop and I am going to try to draw out freehand this this beautiful little turtle. So I'm going to take some black paint. Now, y'all bear with me here. I'm pretty good at copying something, but not animals. I'm not really good at copying animals. and drawing them out. So let's see how I'm going to do here. I'm going to put his little nose right there. I'm just using a paintbrush as a drawing tool. And I'm dipping it in black paint. One of the things that I have the worst trouble with is I always draw, and I'm trying to focus on that in my mind. I always end up drawing bigger than what the actual picture is. So I'm focusing on that in my mind, and I'm trying to keep my drawing closer to the perspective that I'm using here. So I'm focusing on from the top to the bottom. The bottom goes about right here, and then I'm looking at, it goes about halfway in the middle of his little flipper there. So I'm thinking his little leg is going to be about right here. And then his little booty is going to go about right there. His little tail, I guess I should say. I'm trying to like give myself some reference points. So the end of his little goes to about the center. So about somewhere about right there. That might be kind of big. Let me go a little bit smaller. Okay, not too shabby. Let me get his other little leg coming out right here. Yeah. This needs to come down a little bit more. This is a little bit too thick. Okay, I'm gonna kind of fix my little boo-boos. With some of that paint that I was using. Okay, so you're going to have to make sure that your colors are dry to be able to add this other layer right here. So let's go ahead and paint in the whole turtle. And I'm going to paint in the whole turtle with a dark, kind of like a dark maroon. So I'm looking at the colors that are the darkest. And I'm basically taking some red. I don't want to go too dark. I'm going to grab maybe some red and purple. Let's see how that will work. Yeah, that's a pretty color. So I'm taking this red and a little dab of purple. And I'm going to use that as my base color for my turtle. So I'm just going to paint in the whole thing as my base color. A little bit more, almost done. Okay, I see a lot of pinks and oranges in there. Okay, I'm going to switch brushes again. Thank you, Sandra. He looks like he's going to be a little bit fatter and shorter than the original, but that's okay. The arms look lopsided. Yeah, maybe once we add the different dimensions, it might make him look a little bit more less lopsided. We shall see how that works out. Has it always been the last one? Wait, what? Oh. Oh, okay, Sandra. I'm going to post the affiliate information in our tribe, and then I'll also post it here. I don't have it right in front of me right now, but there is a I'll give it to y'all in a minute when I have a minute. There is a link on my website for all of my art supplies that I use, and in there, it's like a blog on my website, and in there, there's a link to everything that I use. I could give you the link to the blog, and then you could just go in there. Okay, so what I'm doing right now is I'm going back and I'm just making all of these little, like, different squares and stuff. Just kind of painting them in. Right now, I'm paying attention to the yellows that I see for my first layer of yellows. Let me get a better paintbrush. My paint's drying on me. Let me spray it. If you don't have one of these, I know I've been talking it up a lot lately. Just helps keep your paint moist. It's just a mist bottle. I use it now for almost every painting. How do you decide when to use a brush versus a palette knife? I could paint this whole painting using a palette knife if I wanted. It would just give me a totally different look. So a brush allows you, this is just my thinking. Now you may get people to, tell you different things, which is totally fine. But my thinking, if you want my opinion, it is, how much detail do you want? Do you want it to look really, because look at paintings that are palette knife paintings and look at paintings that are paintbrush paintings and compare them. What kind of style do you want your painting to finish to look like? Okay. Do you want a more detailed painting? Then use a paintbrush. If you want just a really, I don't know what the word is. A palette knife painting comes, it just gives it a totally different style. So it just, yeah, I could paint this whole, that's a great idea. I think I'm going to do that coming up soon. I'm going to paint the same painting like 3 different times. I'm going to paint one painting using a palette knife, one painting just using a paintbrush, and then I'll do one using this technique with all the different colors and show you how you can change the complete dynamics of your painting. It's just it's a personal preference. That's all. No other reason. I like painting with a paintbrush probably the best because it's just more relaxing to me. I don't know. Wait, I'm changing my mind as I'm talking. I'm not sure what I like the best. It's easier to teach with a paintbrush. It's harder to teach doing a palette knife painting, because I find a palette knife painting is a little bit more, maybe a little bit more advanced. So, brought up some very good points there. Who asked that question? Yes, Sandra, that's a good point. Yes, Susie, you are exactly right. I say that I like paintbrush paintings better, but that's not actually true. When I'm teaching, I like paintbrush paintings better because it's easier for me to teach. When I am painting just to paint for myself, I use a palette knife. If I don't, I don't have any judgment behind me and I'm just free painting from my mind and just going with it, I choose a palette knife more than I do a paintbrush. Does that make sense? We need to connect his little leg to the rest of his body right here. Okay, I'm just really focusing in on these like different colors right here in the head. So I see some pink right there. All right, I'm just going in, adding the pink. I see a little bit of pink right here. I see a little bit more orange coming in all of this. Let me do some more pink. While I got the pink on my paintbrush, I'm going to focus on some of that pink. Okay, so look right here. Yeah, and it's not the exact same color, but it's close enough to me. We have some little pinks going in right here and right here and right here. You may have to do more than one layer as well. And one color that's going to work to make it less opaque, less transparent, because I see my pink is very transparent. I'm going to add some white to my pink. My pink is actually magenta. It's not pink. And I'm going to come back. And that's going to make those little highlights. And it's not going to be exact, but it's going to be pretty. See all these hot pink areas? My pink is a little bit more pastel-y. Let's see what we got over here. Trying to keep my paintbrush moving. So I went back and I dipped it in the water. So I'm just looking at, okay, where's the pinks? Where's the pinks? Let's go over here. And you may see it a little bit different than I see it. Let's see right here. I've got some purples. All right, let's go back into the bright red. I want like a really bright red, so. Yeah, a good point, Sandra. Tracy, don't try to keep up with me now. Just watch first. I highly recommend you just watch, and then when you don't feel like you're under pressure, you know, go back and have some fun. Because sometimes when you try to paint with I've done that. I've found some YouTube videos like the Art Sherpa and, you know, the ones that do all of their free painting tutorials like almost every day or at least 2 or 3 times a week. What's her name? Angela Anderson. I go in and I watch her too. I can't paint with them. I have to watch, and then I might watch like maybe 3 or 4 minutes, and then I'll turn it off. And then I'll say, okay, let me go try to do what they did, but let me just put my own style to it, you know? And then I have learned that I am not a very good student. Some of y'all understand what I'm saying, because you kind of just need that guidance or that inspiration. But then once you have that inspiration, you're like, okay, I got this. I'm going to just go on my own and get it done. I am very much like that. I am very much just like, okay, I got the idea in my head. Now let me just run with it and do my own thing. So there's a number of y'all in the tribe like that. You always do, your paintings look completely different than what I showed you how to paint, but you have your own, style to it. And I love it. I love that you're willing to take that chance and just do your own style. That's how we learn. All right, let's get some of that bright red up here. He's looking kind of cute. Let's get some more yellow on him. I didn't draw him out the right proportion. He's a little bit smaller. Did you notice that? Oh, he's not too bad. He kind of looks okay. I thought he was a little bit smaller. Yeah, we need some more of this bright yellow in here. Get some on the ends. So you see how I left the background showing through each one of my little squares I made? I keep on putting more and more layers because when the paint dries, I find it's getting hidden in the background. So it's like it draws a lot darker than it's coming on. It's because the paint's transparent and it's not giving me a lot of finished colors in there. All right, let me go tackle these little bubbles. They need a smaller paintbrush. I need to go to the store and get me some little liner brushes because I'm just about out. I have all let them go. Adding that little bit of yellow around the edges. And I'm going to come back with some white too. That's going to make it pop too. You know what else? Let's do this. Let's add a little bit of white to my yellow. And that's going to add, it's going to kind of make the yellow a little more bright. And that's going to add that pop that I want. Yeah, there we go. Now you can see it better. So I'm just adding titanium white to my cadmium yellow. My yellow is super bright, but it's semi-transparent. It's not opaque. But if I add that white to it, then it'll make it more opaque and it'll give me that yellow vibe that I'm looking for. All right, and I see that maybe a little bit of black would probably, and white would probably make it pop even more. So I'm going to grab, I just had it over here. It is. I'm going to grab this Prismacolor paint. It's like a paint pen. And I'm going to start coming in here. You could use a paintbrush if you want, but I'm just going to use a paint pen. Just trying to make those darks a little bit darker. All right. Let's get a little bit of white in just a couple of little areas, especially for the bubbles. We want them to look like bubbles. So let me go just stark white, titanium white. If I can get some clean white out of here. Even though on the painting it looks like a bright pink, I'm just going to go with more of a white. He doesn't really have much white on him, but I like the effect of the white. Okay, I'm going to call it. What do y'all think? I say I'm going to call it, and I'm still painting. Y'all know me. I do that all the time. All right. I could probably add a little bit of green and turquoise right about here. My little bubbles. Make them a little bit more blue. Okay, so there's my take on the totally different color scheme than the original. And let's look back at the original. So that's the original. And look what we did to it. We were able to make, so we were able to make it our own. And I will tell you again, excuse me, it is called PICSART app. I would love for y'all to try it. And I'm going to put it PICSART app. Okay, PICSART app. Hey Doris, thank you, Barbara. Thank y'all. Yeah, it's a totally different type of. You can play around with it, have fun, try different things. I see that I need his like the center of his back to be more highlighted. So when you look at the original, you want that to look like it's raised a little bit. You look at the original and you look at this one, the colors are super cool. So yeah, there we go. I hope y'all liked it, because now when I'm looking at the original and I'm looking at the colors, I see some things that I could definitely fix to make it even better, because you can see like where all the highlights are here. So have fun with it. Don't forget to share your paintings in our free acrylic painting group. If you are not a member of the free acrylic painting group, it is, let me see if I can remember it. I'm putting it in the comments. Facebook.com/groups/Jen's Den Art Fun. I'm almost positive that is the link there. All right, guys, so y'all have a great day, and I will see you next week for New Technique Wednesday. And who knows, if you have any suggestions for our New Technique Wednesday, let me know. I would love for you to give your suggestions, and we can try some more different things. Y'all have a great day. Thanks for being on. I'll see y'all later.